Here it is the One More Round Studios Man Cave. It is the group chat podcast on this Saturday night. The boys here were free, and we decided, you know what, we all are not doing nothing, so why don't we go live? Some things have happened here in the last 24 to 48 hours. A lot of things have happened in the last 24 to 48 hours, and we got some stuff to talk about. We also are going to have a tribute to all the moms out there. It is Mother's Day weekend. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Hope everybody has a wonderful and happy Mother's Day. Gentlemen, any big plans tomorrow? You guys going to be cutting up, enjoying some R&R with the fam? Not really?
Yeah,
I was waiting on Nick.
Yeah, I was waiting on
Nick's
you.
a big playing guy now.
Yeah, we have a little tradition at our house that every Mother's Day we go to New Orleans to what's the beignet place out there?
Cafe Du Monde.
Cafe Du Monde, and Claire likes to go get some beignets, so we take the whole family out there. Kids get covered in powdered sugar.
Nothing wrong with that.
And we have a good time.
How are you celebrating Erin tomorrow? Making her listen to us record podcast? That's how the anniversary was.
That was a great anniversary. I hope she's not watching this, but I did sneak around and got some pretty good gifts today post Bless Your Heart event. So hopefully she's happy, and she'll probably walk in, and I didn't wrap anything, so she'll probably see everything on the table, complain, and just understand that it's her stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds like a winner. So that ought to be some fun. Before we dive into some of our topics, how was the event today? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it. I had some car issues. But sounds like, and I was told by a very reliable source, the turkey was very good. So kudos to you all. Sounds like it was a great time. I told you this before we got on the air. I was passing on the Intercoastal Bridge, and I saw the basketball court was like full of bubbles. I was like, what the hell is going on? So that looked fun. I did see a lot of vehicles, which is obviously a great thing. And the St. Pierre women won some races today, which is always good. So it sounds like it was a good time for everybody, man.
Yeah, the bragging rights in the St. Pierre household are definitely with the women tonight. So Erin won and Kim won the 5K in their age division. And our turkey roti, I'm going to post this. Man, we were like the people's champs, but we had a good time. It was a great event. There was a ton of people. I think it was probably more people than what they expected. We didn't have too many leftovers, but I can tell you that 4:45 wake up was a little much. So if I'm kind of half asleep, Nick was already yawning before we came in here watching John Cena defeat Randy Orton. But in an overall great day. Looked like every kid had a blast. It was a great day for the community. A lot of different folks out there. I think they had 13 different cook teams, ton of vendors, and it was awesome. And as we were leaving, Benjamin Bruce was taking the stage. Some bands going on. I know he's tremendous, but the old man in me needed to get home and get in my recliner.
Man, I got to tell you, so Benjamin at least once or twice a year for South Lafourche games, and he's a member of the team on the baseball side, will like play the national anthem, like break out a guitar and will play the national anthem. And when he does that, dude, like he brings the house down.
Bro, he's got a hell of a lineage.
Yep.
His grandfather made our Lafourche Parish Mount Rushmore.
100%.
Hey, shout out DTB Clothing. If you saw some pictures today.
Yes.
We got some shirts. Shout out Code Word Hat. You could get some customizable things on there. That's a really good product. Tommy's got issues with everything.
Oh, we love to hear it.
So he's got a hat. It might be crooked. Yeah.
It's very crooked. It's not might be crooked. It's very crooked.
He's got a banner that's blurry. He's got a microphone that echoes.
But it's my fault, right?
At some point, it's the person that is having the issues, right? I mean, if the problems all stem around one person, who's really the problem?
It's a common denominator.
Yeah, I agree with that, as Richie Mott would say. Gentlemen, we'd be remiss if we didn't kick off today's show talking about Derek freaking Carr retiring. Goodness, we see that at like 9-something this morning. The news breaks. I thought it was a scam. I'm like, dude, this is not Adam Schefter. Like, this is a fake Twitter account. Oh, no. And then the New Orleans Saints posted on their own social media, Derek Carr apparently was dealing with a shoulder injury or is dealing with a shoulder injury, has been trying to tough it out. He started to ramp up his offseason throwing program. It wasn't working, had a dead arm. And basically the doctors told him, yo, bro, the only way you're going to recover is if you have a surgery. He said, well, I ain't having a surgery. I'm retiring. And
I'm working on something.
Oh, there we go. And then we get the news that Derek Carr is going to be out. And my God, was not expecting this, but
that's the celebration horn.
Yeah.
That was the Derek Carr celebration horn.
Man, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. The guy got a hurt shoulder. He's a human being.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to play it again. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
We
The
have
witch
just
is
begun the Shuck era. Is it Shuck? Stuck?
It's
Shuck.
Shuck.
The Shuck
Speaking
era.
of, Bayou Rosa oysters today. Phenomenal.
Come on.
Had a dozen char-grilled oysters there. Should have had Shuck in there.
The Saints have already started damage control, by the way, and they have already said that it's going to be a 3-person competition
It ain't.
in camp between Shuck, Rattler, and Hayner. I mean, dude, if it's Hayner, I mean, he was so terrible.
Coach Butch.
Hey, what's up, Butch? CCA, baby. CCA in the house. CCA got the win today. 36-0. 36-0, getting the win, taking care of business. It was 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. The other team didn't even make it to the end of the bottom of the 5th. 11-1 win for CCA, punching that ticket. Guess what? E.D. White gets a win today, punching that ticket. Our Bayou Region team's kicking that ass going to Sulphur.
I love it. You know who had a good streak aside from CCA?
Who's that?
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
I feel like CCA is on a Goldberg type of streak.
I told you, if no one brings a taser to Sulphur, they're winning it all. They're going to be playing on Tuesday, taking care of business. It was awesome hanging out with them. We appreciate you, Butch. Hope that you're going to hang out with us. Butch has already sent me an open invite. He said, what day you getting to Sulphur? And I said, yeah, the plan is Tuesday. He said, all right, well, sounds like we're drinking beer on Tuesday.
Are you going to eat at LeBlow's again?
That's the goal. That's the aspiration. I'm gonna have to bring a to-go box back home to the Bayou for you guys.
Hey, so get back to Carr, right?
Yes.
So, like, that was so out of the blue.
I didn't see that coming.
Like, we literally talk sports 24/7, and nobody even had that on the forefront of their minds. And I just out of the blue, obviously nursing an injury, didn't want to have that surgery. Maybe he opted out of the surgery. Was that? Part of it?
That's the report, is that he was told by the doctor, yo, bro, this ain't going to heal without surgery. And he basically said, you ain't cutting on me, so I'm out. And also, apparently, he got told by the doctor, if you get the surgery, there's no guarantee that you're going to even heal. Can you imagine how bad he would be if he had a dead arm? But I don't know that he ever had a...
Drew Brees' last 2 years, he had a dead arm, and we still did
enough.
pretty good.
Fair enough.
Noodle arm.
He makes the decision that he's walking away. Man, nah. Hey, goodbye. Get the hell out of here, dude.
Did he give that money back? From what I gathered, that money's coming back to the Saints.
What is the contract situation if somebody retires abruptly like this?
All right. So, as I understand it, this is the way it's going to go. Do they physically have to pay him? No. But there's going to be some dead money cap hit stuff for the next year or two. But I mean, hey, whatever. If it means that he's gone, if it means that he's out the building, whatever. Because the alternative would have been, guess what? He would have been in the building. He'd have had surgery. He wouldn't have been playing anyway. So, I mean, look, as long as he's not there, I'm okay with that. I was talking to Brian early. He's okay with it. Like, let's just turn the page and get this dude out of here, man.
Yeah, no doubt. It's time to turn the page in New Orleans, but then you automatically take a look in the mirror and see what you actually have in your quarterback room, and you're sitting there with a ton of folks without experience. Obviously, Rattler is there. But, I mean, how much – he's got a little bit more than half a season under his belt, and just pretty much somebody back there to take snaps and take the losses. So.
We got a 25-year-old seasoned rookie about to light it up in New Orleans.
That's what Billy Joe thinks.
Knock on wood if you with me. Nobody's not.
Shuck was – look, I watch a lot of college football. A lot, like an obsessive amount of college football. He played 7 years, and I didn't know who he was until the day that the Saints drafted him. That's not necessarily a great sign.
I don't know if I just rigged my algorithm or what, but every time I get on TikTok, somebody's praising Shuck as like, this is the guy that everybody wanted. Obviously. After 40. That's how everybody
wanted. After age 40 or pick 40?
Speaking of the draft, I know this was not on our agenda, but I saw that Dylan Gabriel, whatever. He has Shedur's number.
Yeah, he sure does.
And they were like, well, he got picked first, so he gets the first crack at it.
Well, when Shedur's starting in week 1, I think that might have to get altered.
He's going to be starting with the number 12 if Gabriel makes that team.
What about that, huh? I mean, they're both Hunter and Shador rocking the 12 and saying that it's because of Tom Brady.
That's how old we are.
That's crazy, man. As I just noticed that Scott Foster's doing this Golden State game, so the Warriors are going to stay in it. Keep it close, Foster.
That's a good nickname.
We were talking about some situations where officials keep it close earlier before we hit record. But anyway, look, here's the thing. I'm not 1,000% sure. That was a foul, Draymond. I'm not 1,000% sure the Carr's actually retired. Are you guys sure? Because look, he's got 2 years left on his deal. I could see this being a Carson Palmer. Hey, boo-hoo, I don't want to play for the Saints anymore. I could see this being a situation where at 36, he says, hey, my shoulder's good. I'm ready to play. Is he actually retired, or is he just throwing himself on the ground in a tantrum to not play in New Orleans anymore?
I don't know. Who's going to want him?
That's the next point, I guess.
If he is throwing himself on the ground in a tantrum to not play in New Orleans, I appreciate it. Thanks. If he wants to go play somewhere else, do we get a draft pick?
Not if he waits until the contract ends.
Okay.
But
So if somebody's beating down the Saints' door in the next few months looking for Derek Carr, please come play for us.
That could net them a draft pick potentially.
Okay. So hopefully,
Hey,
might be wishful thinking, but hopefully somebody's out there wants Derek Carr to be their quarterback.
hey, Devin's in the chat. Hey, look, we definitely have the Backlash main event on our agenda
Yes,
to chat about.
we do. That was an awesome main event. I loved the way it finished, but I'm a villain, so maybe other people disagree. But we will be covering that. That was some good stuff.
Yeah, that was a story.
So again, we were talking about Derek Carr a second ago. Again, we read the story on ESPN.com where Kellen Moore says, oh, bro, it's going to be a 3-person competition. How disappointed will the fan base be if it's not Shuck starting in week 1? If they just run old Rattler out of the bullpen again, or heaven forbid, even Jake Haener, as bad as he was last season, how disappointing would it be to the fan base? And is there a situation where if it is Rattler or Haener, could people maybe even be wanting Carr back at some point? No?
There's a guy sitting there without a team that's better than half of the quarterbacks in the league is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Saints aren't going after Aaron Rodgers.
But you see,
It's not happening.
bad quarterback play cheap is a lot better than bad quarterback play for millions and millions and millions
But
of
if you're
dollars.
not going to get a bad quarterback, you got a guy that's won the MVP. You got a guy that could still put up stats. He showed it in the last year. He had a rough start, but he was coming off of an injury. He's 40 years old.
So to Nick's point, I think that there's some credence to what you just said there, dude, because Carr is going to finish his Saints career 1 game above 500 as a starter. He's going to finish his Saints career with 40 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. That doesn't sound bad. The reason why people don't like him is because he is being paid a fortune to be average. If he would have got a 4-year, $70 million contract, ain't nobody be saying nothing about Derek Carr. Suppose it's a 4-year, $150 million contract that everybody's bitching and complaining.
His best friend got him the deal.
Yeah.
Can't blame him.
Who's his best friend, Mickey Loomis?
No, the losing coach, Dennis Allen.
Oh, Dennis
DA.
Allen. Oh, Tommy in the chat saying he wants to see the Rat Pack. I thought Tommy was a Taysom Hill guy.
I think he's come to terms that he's not going to be throwing 30 passes a game.
Tommy's
right.
not on the Shuck ship.
Wait. There's something called a Shuck ship.
There is now.
Put it on a shirt.
Nuzbus, Suck ship. Sorry.
Suck ship sounds about
Shuck
right.
Ship.
Sounds about right.
Say that 5 times fast. That's going to be our little game next.
Oh, it's going to be a long night. We're all sleep deprived. We've all had long days. It's going to be a long night. So we've already discussed, I think he's going to be back. The boys are not as sure. We've already discussed what's going to happen next with the quarterback competition. Some final thoughts, man. We didn't see this coming, but what do you make? I mean, you got to give the you got to give the Carr era like a D or an F, right? I mean, they sign this dude for a 4-year deal. He doesn't even make it to year 3, never makes the playoffs. They don't have a clear succession plan to get out of him. He retires and just kind of runs away. Like, this was a failed experiment, right? I mean, come on, anybody's got to admit that.
Yeah, I think even Dennis Allen would admit that. It's been terrible since jump, and if they are trying to tank for Arch, which I'm all for it, because I just don't think he's going to be that great. But they're clearing the roadway. If there's 10 feet of snow in the ground right now, and they're starting to clear it out where you could actually drive, no car pun intended. They're doing it in an ass backwards way, but they're doing it.
You said even Dennis Allen would admit that that it was a failed experiment.
Dennis Allen doesn't even know
9-8 as the
He got
Saints.
fired. It has to be a failed
9-8 as the Saints quarterback is a incredible season for Dennis Allen. So
Yeah.
he owes his career to Derek Carr.
Y'all realize Dennis Allen next year is going to lead the #1 defense in the NFL. Where I don't know where it even ended up, but next year he's going to lead a historically good defense.
Look, he was a good coordinator.
Yeah,
He's always been. He just wasn't a good head guy, and that's just what some people's skill set is.
Dude,
That's
Draymond
okay.
Green has been destroying.
He just
Jewish
fights
fans.
people.
He's with Randall right now. Just a while ago, it was with Rudy Gobert.
You gotta love playoff basketball.
Yes, indeed. We got
Appreciate
a good ball
everybody
game.
in the chat, man. We got some good folks on here for a night that we don't normally go.
Playoff Jimmy.
Oh.
How do you get Shuck out of SHOUGH? Does anybody care to explain that one to me?
I don't know.
I thought it was Schaff.
I thought it was Schaff too. I thought that they drafted Schaff, then maybe Shaw, and then there's what? Shuck?
Show.
I don't get it.
He should be show, and he could be Cajun word hot. So I said
First
show.
name the.
Sase Shaw.
First name the. Last name Show. It would be a legend in Galliana.
His feet would never get off the ground. He'd be stuck to the floor.
Moving
You
on.
could do the Joe Horn if he scores, but he picks up the payphone.
All right. Nobody outside of like down the bayou knows what the hell
That's
we're
okay.
talking about, but that's okay. Let's talk about the WWE show tonight. I'll be honest with you. I've just been watching bits and pieces on Twitter until the main event, which I watched here. John Cena gets the win against Randy Orton in what was the cheapest heel, I'll go ahead and say it, chicken shit finish that you could have. It was beautiful. I love when a good heel wins. John Cena goes over in Randy Orton's hometown. He cuts a promo after. I'm the real champion. You know, screw you guys. I don't need you guys. WrestleMania sucked. That didn't suck. That was awesome. That was fun to watch tonight.
Hey, so real quick, going down the results, Jacob Fatu beat LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre with some help from Jeff Cobb, who apparently is the new dude. Oh, he could drive. You had the women's match that nobody cared about. You had Dirty Dom defeat Penta with some help from not Chad Gable. And then Gunther destroyed Pat McAfee, but Aubrey kept coming back. The main event is what everybody wanted to see. The main event was a beautiful story. You knew the result going in, but it still held your attention because of the way the story was told. And if you are a fan of professional wrestling and you did not like that match, no matter who you like, you're not a fan of real professional wrestling. You may be a fan of people jumping up and down and off the ring post and trying to destroy one another, but that was a beautiful wrestling match. The finish, the way that John Cena was just getting destroyed, but they couldn't do anything about it. It's great storytelling. That's what professional wrestling is about, and that's why I'm still a fan of professional wrestling. Nights like tonight. Tonight's main event was better than Saturday Night WrestleMania. It was better than Sunday Night WrestleMania. I don't know why they didn't have that type of storyline in that WrestleMania on that card rather than save it for a month later when you probably pissed off a lot of people.
I think the answer to that was they didn't know if the freaking Rock was going to even show up. I mean, they made him part of the storyline. Then he just decides like, oh, bro, like I ain't going.
But
like,
so did you see, I think I sent you guys the video. They had Bubba Ray Dudley's on some Sirius radio.
is it his own show, Busted Open?
It may be.
Yeah.
So he kind of he booked it. He's like, all right, look, so if The Rock couldn't come, have him hit his music, have Rhodes react to the music, have Cena get the pinfall after that, and then the next day Rock could come on and say, I don't even have to be there to pull the strings. I'm that powerful. I'm on the beach in wherever Nick in Branson, Missouri.
The
Beautiful beaches of Branson, Missouri.
And just have that. You don't have to have him there. You just have his aura there and him there.
That'd have been good.
Like simple. And say you just shit the bed.
Yeah, that would have been good. That was better than what we got. That's an offensive foul, by the way. They called a block on Draymond.
I'm sure he's complaining.
No, no.
One thing about the Cena match was, if you talk to veterans, the one thing that they will all tell you is to slow down. Everyone just says slow down. If you could, once you slow down even more. And just watching that Cena match was a masterclass in slowing down and just letting the crowd react to every little thing you do and not rushing everything. And classic heel, just heel everything for Cena. Who would have thought he'd be such a great heel when they kept him face for 20 years?
So two things off of that. First off, Nick, it was so slow you were about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Second, they need to ramp that up. And I say the creative team, needs to probably ramp that heel stuff up a little bit, how he's ruining wrestling. He comes out to just his name in the lights or the screen. Don't come out to anything. Don't come out to any music. Just get some plain like he's gonna wear jarts. Like we have to live with that. Just get some plain jarts. I don't know if they have like extravagant jarts. Maybe Tommy, you could chime in.
Big
You're a jart guy. Jarts. Like just something plain, like a pocket white T-shirt. Just like there's a little bit more you could do to push that.
Instead of the little towel that he puts behind his head, just have like a white dish towel.
Yeah, like a paper towel, like a Scott towel. Like just, I think that would be awesome. Maybe that's just me trying to be funny, but I think that would just push it a little bit further over the edge.
I see our guy Devin is talking about this, and we failed to mention this. R-Truth's got a kick in the head coming his way. In the middle of this, and for those of you who don't realize this, R-Truth is actually older than John Cena, but he always tells stories about how he watched John Cena as a young boy, and he comes out in the middle of the match and gets involved and stops Randy Orton from kicking John Cena in the head, eats an RKO. You could just see on SmackDown or Raw or whatever it may be, that's going to be the Viper's next victim. R-Truth's about ready to get punted in the head. Probably is going to be going on the shelf for the next 3 or 4 months or so.
Are we going to see R-Truth versus Travis Scott?
Hey, it maybe be something entertaining for Travis Scott. What he did at WrestleMania wasn't very good. So,
I got some jarts conversation.
Wrangler jarts. Do you guys own any pair of jarts at all? I own none.
I used to have one because we did a white trash dress up, but I don't. That's no longer.
Nick, do you have any jarts?
Never owned a pair of jarts.
You are spamming our hearts. I like that. I like seeing that, buddy.
Nick, I was about to tell a story about a pair of shorts you own, but I don't think the live feed's the
no
place for it.
When we hit
Tom, if you remember that the term for those shorts Nick used to have, drop that in the chat. I'm gonna share it on the screen.
See, now y'all got me wondering. I do not own any pair of jarts. I do own some khaki shorts. Never wear them. I'm a basketball shorts guy pretty much exclusively if I'm wearing shorts.
Not a cargo khaki short guy?
Sometimes.
What do you put in those pockets?
Oh, my God. What don't I?
Cargo.
Right. Camera lenses. What don't I put in them pockets?
Oh, man. I lost a little bit of weight, and now I'm just wearing the shortest shorts possible. I'm making up for it.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Let's talk about Dominic Mysterio. Gets a clean win today. I know it wasn't clean, but the heel in me will say it was a clean win. But he's a wuss who's now a babyface. I love it. I think it's incredible. But how long can this last, man? Like he's doing all the heel stuff, but he's getting the babyface reaction. I hope he doesn't turn. I hope he doesn't start playing to the crowd. I hope he stays a prick. I don't know if that's going to happen, but boy, I like where he's going right now.
He's on fire right now. And I got a feeling that when he turns full face, I'm just not going to like him anymore because I tend to like the heels. But it just seems like the whole Judgment Day faction is all a bunch of like small little heel guys, and just seems like he's getting a little bit too big for him. And that'll probably lead to the turn. But I don't know if I'm here for that. I'm here for a lot of stuff, just not here for that.
Drew McIntyre got hurt tonight, apparently, in that four-way. It was Jacob Fatu defeating LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre was injured. We'll see if he's actually going to be injured for a long period of time, but apparently he needed to be assisted to the back by medical personnel, and they lifted up the X, so it looked like it was a legitimate injury. So hopefully he's doing okay.
I'm not complaining.
Why do you hate all the? And then look, I'm with you. I'm not a big fan of McIntyre or Sheamus either. But why do you hate all the Europeans, bro?
Do I?
Yeah, I feel like you hate all the Europeans except for Bad News Barrett, who we all love. I've got some bad news.
You channeling my inner bias that I didn't know I had.
Yeah,
but who's there to like? Sheamus and McIntyre.
Cesaro
Sheamus and McIntyre.
I like Cesaro.
He was all right. Yeah, Cesaro's okay.
I'm not like. Yeah, I like. Who's the?
What's my boy?
JD McDonough. He's not from that area.
The demon.
I don't know.
The demon was terrible.
Oh, bruh, I'm a beta, dude.
Only had the pay-per-views. Only had the fairs. I'm a beta. Not at Gators on
Not
Saturday
on
night.
TV.
We need to do Saturday night podcast more often.
Yes, we do. Yeah, Finn Balor. He is from that area.
LaRose.
Fit Finley.
I love Fit Finley.
I didn't like Hornswoggle though. Does that make me bad? I didn't like Hornswoggle. He was annoying.
Steven Regal.
I love Steven Regal.
Yes.
A real man's man.
A real man's man. Did y'all like Lord Steven Regal or William Regal?
Love them all.
Love them all?
He played every character the right way.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you there.
He's just a badass.
What's
Ernest the Cat Miller.
He was
No.
What?
He was the European
Yeah,
champion.
Yeah.
D'Lo Brown was a European champion for a while.
I think you better recognize. Remember when D'Lo Brown wore that chest plate and there was a loaded chest plate and he would give the people the frog splash?
The D'Lo Brown leg drop is one of my favorite moves ever. The point, quick leg drop.
Hey, that was pretty sharp move. I ain't gonna lie. That was pretty sharp. D'Lo Brown for a big guy, he actually could work.
He was
sick frog splash too.
Oh, dude, he had a loaded chest protector, man.
That's
lethal.
That's awesome. Those little storylines are fantastic.
I will do, and look, I'm gonna do. If I could find one of them neck braces, I'll do a whole podcast here with the cowboy hat and everything, wearing the old JBL neck brace.
Speaking of you in some sort of attire,
yeah, you owe us.
If you got 50 likes or whatever on something, you were supposed to get the Francis outfit.
It's coming. It's coming. And I will get it embroidered with the CG on the chest too. You'll be sorry, Pee Wee Herman.
Get it spelled out like CEGE.
CG Lamb.
CG Lamb. Yes, I will. I did get 50 likes. I do have the blue overalls coming, and I'll be rocking the Francis. Francis is such a sleazebag. I'm gonna feel like, dude, I'm gonna be so embarrassed walking out of my car. Even though I'm just walking like 10 steps from my car to here.
Make sure your kids are out on the steps when he pulls up.
Make sure you got air in all four tires.
I need, no kidding. I need in true Pee Wee fashion, I should ride my bike over here, rocking the Francis.
We'll get you a big red bike.
That's gonna be so bad. Oh God, that's gonna be terrible. But that should actually be happening sooner rather than later.
I don't know, Casey. I might wear it with you. Like I feel like I would not be embarrassed wearing that.
Francis Buxton.
Buxton. Wait, was he the sleaziest or the guys he hired to steal the bike? Vinny, or was it Vinny?
Those
the
guys
guy with the slick back hair.
Sure, those guys were
that was pretty
out there
rough
too.
That was pretty rough.
That I ain't gonna lie. That bathtub Francis had in his house was legit.
It was a swimming pool.
It was like a swimming pool inside.
His dad was awesome.
Mr. Buxton
with the gum and the teeth, like the stuff bleeding. Tremendous.
Trick gum.
That last look, we off the rails already. The last part when Pee Wee goes into that magic store and the big head, I used to scare the shit out of me as a kid.
Yep.
I used to avoid that part.
Yep. That was
crazy story. So I'm a huge fan of that movie, right? And my oldest daughter, if she hears me talking about it, she's gonna kill me. But she used to have issues sleeping, and I never sleep. So I would wake up with her in the middle of the night when she was having issues going back to sleep, and we'd watch that movie. And she would avoid the Large Marge. When Large Marge drops Pee Wee off, and then it all gets dark.
Tell him Large Marge sent you.
The big eyes come out. She used to be deathly afraid of that. What's up, Kim?
What was she? Was she having nightmares because I made Thomas the Train a villain for her entire childhood?
Probably. Same kid that lost to somebody in a stroller today. So.
Oh no, yeah, but
No,
we got no. That ain't right.
I'm not even taking that L for her.
Yeah, no, that ain't right. You can't be being lugged around in a stroller.
So to give context to that story, my wife, my daughter, and my mother-in-law and one of Kim's friends, Eva, my boy Tyra Smith's daughter, hell of a basketball player too, becoming really good. And I know she listens, so shout out Eva Smith. They went and run another race today, aside from the Bless Your Heart race. And my wife texted me, "Hey, look, I did whatever." I said, well, "How did Kim do?" She said, "Well, she came out third or fourth or whatever." But the person in front of her was 4 years old. And we're pretty sure she was in a stroller. So I was like, "Hey, we taking that next place. We're just gonna go ahead and accept."
Like, dude, just get on a fucking moped next time and just cycle through.
I doubt it was the 4-year-old's decision.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
If it was, that's great. It's just Kim deserves to lose.
Right.
Next time they have a race, Nico's finishing first. So I'm just
Yes.
I'm gonna push you in a stroller.
get in the
next
truck,
race.
Nico.
Yeah,
Still coming
right.
out last.
Right. Do some Tim Taylor stuff. We're gonna soup up that wagon, bro. Who's next for John Cena, boys? I think he's finished with Randy Orton after tonight. I think Randy Orton's gonna move on, kick the crap out of R-Truth, then move on to something else. Who's next for John Cena?
It's gonna be what we talked about. He's gonna skip next month, and then he's gonna go probably skip the next 2 months and go with SummerSlam's in August.
Usually, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So it'll probably be that tag team match that you mentioned with Travis Scott and then Cena and probably Bad Bunny, because you know Bad Bunny's coming back. He's probably got a new album that he needs to promote. So that'll probably be his next match. He'll make some appearances here and there, but I don't think he's going to do much over the next 2 months.
Does that move the meter for y'all at all? Because
No.
it doesn't at all for me. And then look, I'll say that even to say Bad Bunny could go. He could really wrestle, but I don't want to see John Cena and Travis Scott versus Cody and Bad Bunny. That's ass.
That
That's
reminds
not-
me of a Carl Malone and
Yes.
Dennis Rodman.
That's exactly where I was going.
Jay Leno.
I see Jay Leno and Karl Malone trying to do diamond cutters. Oh,
Yeah, that's not something that would move the meter for me whatsoever, especially not for SummerSlam, which is supposed to be like the second WrestleMania.
Cena said he's trying to ruin wrestling.
Oh, he's doing
That'll
a good
do it.
job.
That'll do
He's
it.
doing a really good job if that's the main event for
David
SummerSlam.
Arquette's about to get a second run with the title.
Who you said last week? Mickey Rooney.
Did y'all see Charlotte last night? And I don't really watch too much of the Monday and the Friday. I just kind of catch clips here and there. But Charlotte did the whole, hey, look, y'all booing me and I'm tired of it. So if y'all don't stop booing me, I'm leaving. And they kept booing and she left mid-promo. I'm intrigued to see where that goes. That's kind of curious. That's some old school heel stuff there.
I don't know if I've ever seen a heel actually leave. I've seen it
Yeah.
teased before, but I don't know if I've seen anybody actually leave, I like it. I didn't see it, but I'm with it.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Looking forward to seeing how that plays out and if they could maybe get Charlotte's going to get some heat. I mean, anytime a heel says don't do something, unless if Nick and I are in the crowd. Remember that time Andy Dalton, he was claiming, and it was a
Forgot
wrestling
about
Andy
him.
Dalton. He was claiming that he was sick. And Nick and I are yelling, and he thinks that we're yelling at him. So he comes over to us like storming over, and we're like yelling, "No, dude, like relax. You need to get some soup. Like you really are sick, bro." And he was like, "Oh yeah, you're right.
Fluids and rest. What are you doing here?
Yeah. Why are you defending your title, champ? You're really sick right now." He comes over pissed at us. Then he was like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
Such a trooper, Andy Dalton.
Not to be confused with the Red Rocket Andy Dalton. That's a terrible indie wrestling name. Why would you name yourself after a
There's
quarterback?
Andy Dalton, and then what's the baseball guy? Ricky Vaughn? No.
Wild Thing, Ricky.
Wow.
Vaughn?
Is it Wild
There's
Thing?
a guy named called Wild Thing in the GCW scene.
There's another guy locally that wrestles as like with a popular name.
Paul
Johnny-
Skeens.
Johnny Dancer.
No.
Oh, Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. That's
Chris Paul.
He's
But
it.
entertaining.
Is that his real name?
but
He's entertaining.
That is his real name, but he's Rocket. I don't think he wrestles as Chris
Okay.
Paul, huh?
Okay, fade the real name then.
Yeah. Rocket's a legit priest too, which is kind of crazy that he's the biggest heel in the company. And then he leaves the show on Saturday and then is a pastor on Sunday. Shout out Rocket.
Can
Good
you
dude.
turn heel
He's
in
in
this situation?
Absolutely. You could be a money grabbing preacher.
Brother Love did it.
So
You just go confess your sins on the Sunday and everything's good?
you just pass the hat for the building fund.
Warriors are leading the Wolves 61-60. Gentlemen, I think we saw, and I likened it to an AAU term before we got on the air. I think we saw the Cavaliers and the Celtics break out their bracket play rosters in the last couple of days. They played with their pool play squad in the first 2 games and then just showed up and kicked the crap out of their opponents on the road in game 3 and let everybody know, like, hey, we're the best team here still. We're going to see 2 straight comebacks, right?
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Jalen Brunson's a dog. Like I'm hoping so much that the Knicks pull this one out.
I'm with you. I'm rooting against Boston. I just don't see it. There's only one Brunson. There's like 7 dudes for the Celtics.
It's hard to root against the Knicks as hard as they play. Yeah. And I wish they would still have those 2 guys they traded away for Cat, because
I 1000% agree. And I got laughed at when I said that during the trade. I said, you know what? You do lose the best player, but you're losing 2 dogs. Randall and DiVincenzo want to fight. Towns wants to shoot 3-pointers at the top of the key.
Imagine how much fun to watch and how scrappy that team would be with that lineup.
Look, dude, we've been watching the Warriors and the Wolves for 30 minutes, and Randall's been in a fight the whole time we've been watching with somebody. Towns would never do anything like that.
I saw Karl Anthony Towns highlight video today, and I laughed my ass off watching it. Just really bad head and shoulder fakes and stuff like that. Okay.
That's crazy.
Sorry, I missed the conversation because I just realized I could change Tommy's name.
Hey, Echo Boy. What's up, Tommy? How we doing today, brother?
I'm going to try this once.
Chad, you're going to have to let us know if Tommy's Echo, because we don't hear it.
Yeah, we don't hear the echo.
Amazon, if you're listening, if we can get an Amazon Echo sponsorship for Tommy,
I could change his title at the bottom.
A jart-wearing Cena fan we have listed there.
I am a fan of jorts.
How was your Saturday, brother?
Pretty good, man. Had a kindergarten graduation party today at a bowling alley. That was pretty fun.
What's your bowl? 200?
Oh, I didn't bowl. It's for the children.
It's for the kids.
Oh, you're supposed to line up and crush those kids, Tommy.
Not with the bumpers on.
Yeah, exactly with the bumpers on.
Yeah. Well, that's not how it went down.
Well, how did the little Bados do? Did we kick some ass today or what?
And took some names.
I love to hear it.
Love
to hear it. What did you make of the main event tonight? John Cena, man, he's strutting his stuff. He's looking like a real bad guy now.
I loved it. One complaint I can make. They need to up the title belt hitting. It's weak. Do something else.
Yeah.
Maybe an attitude adjustment on the belt. Maybe off the top rope. I'm just tired of the double axe handle belt hit.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And man, how did I not lead off with this, by the way? We got Tommy on David Carr, listen to me. Derek freaking Carr retired. He's gone. He's no more. Get away. Get out of here. What were your thoughts, man?
Tommy sounds like he's in a somber mood because of Derek Carr.
Yeah, Tommy, give us your thoughts on there. I'm going to edit you back into the front end of this.
I'm actually very excited about it.
I'm not laughing at you, Tommy. I'm laughing at the comment that just said, "Nice new Iberia haircut, Bado."
Thanks, man. We appreciate this.
You know, it's not a fade. I'm good. No.
I didn't even know that a new Iberia haircut was a thing.
I just updated your alter ego.
Niche haircut.
Is that what are they? Are they the Hornets or the Jackets? Or the Jackets?
What are they?
I think they're the Yellow Jacket.
Niche. There's some kind of wasp.
The Fighting Jeff Boggs.
The new Iberia Geps.
Yeah, that would be a real name.
No,
but anyway, before we talked about your haircut, you were giving us your thoughts on Carr.
Ecstatic. Nobody saw that coming. Great for the team. Saves them money. There's no big questions going into camp. It's a battle, but I mean, you draft a guy in the second round. Keys are his. So what the long-term plans are? If he's your starter, I don't know. Are they trying to tank for Arch? Now you have no excuses. And then I know next year the rest of the team's going to be aging out. So it's the rebuild that we need.
But is it really going to be like Mickey doesn't believe in that? Like I could see him right now trying to sign Aaron Rodgers. Like, is it really going to be a rebuild?
That's what I was going to say.
That's what I was going to say.
It has all the ingredients to be the proper rebuild. However, I think we'll start to see that. Let's see if they go scramble for like Keenan Allen or some of those rejects. Oh, we're going to compete and we're going to win this year. We're going to win this year. I just think you shit the bed this year. Let all the
on the shuck ship?
All the old guys. What's that?
Are you on the shuck ship?
I'm on the fuck shuck.
Hey, now, okay, I'm with you there.
But I spelled the F word P-H-O-U-G-H.
That would be a nice shirt.
I was
Everybody,
about-
what the hell are you saying?
Put that in a shirt.
That'd be a nice shirt.
So, Tommy, if you are the head coach of the New Orleans Saints going into next season, who's your starter?
Rattler.
Oh God!
Because
You think that there's a chance he turns it around?
Not just that, but do you really want to throw Shuck in and let him just completely and utterly fail?
But Tommy, he's 80.
Probably the
It's
oldest
got to
quarterback
happen
on the
now,
roster.
dude.
Shuck him.
I don't see him prospering next year. Same thing like Rattler. They threw Rattler in the fire and he just was terrible. So let him just keep being terrible. He's a fifth round pick.
Yeah, I could see with that logic for sure. But then, okay, if it becomes a situation of, well, all right, well, let's just go ahead and suck and let's get Archer, whoever next year, then why the hell did you just pick a dude in the second round?
I think to try to save face because they didn't think Carr was going to retire. So that was their low contingency plan.
Why do we have an infestation of gnats in here?
Yeah, I don't know. We got a bug problem. We're gonna have to get a bug sponsor.
My haircut brought him in.
New Iberia Tom over here joining us here on the group chat. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about Derek Carr. So you're the lawyer guy here. What's it going to look like money wise? And I, from what I understand, they're not going to actually have to pay him in the future because he's not going to be playing. Any guaranteed money or whatever can't be recouped. But from what I understand, the next 2 seasons they're going to still have some dead money issues. Curious if you know anything outside of that with some of your legalese and legal dealings with the NFL.
I think the only thing that gets tricky if he doesn't file his paperwork before June 1st or whatever that July 1st that date that comes up every year to where they might owe him some kind of bonus next year.
Okay.
I think they only have to pay him like 10 million of his signing bonus whatever his bonus was this year.
So knowing that, how the hell do you get him to file his retirement papers beforehand? What would be his motivation to not do it June the 2nd?
I guess the only motivation would be if he really thinks he can come back and play somewhere else, maybe save face and not be a true.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. He is a true
shucker,
a shuffer.
Tommy, you still got an echo, dude. What's going on?
Okay, so I cannot turn off cancellation after y'all record.
Nick, can you grab me a bottle of water, please, and not put yourself in a figure 4?
In a figure 4.
I don't know. We gotta get this right. The chat is destroying you right now.
What is the protocol on doing a 5K and pushing someone in a stroller? Well, is there any legalese behind that?
Just saying, Kim and Tommy do not get along.
All right, fair enough.
So this is maybe a biased answer.
Is it for Kim or against Kim?
It's depends how you take it.
Kim got beat by someone in a stroller today at the 5K.
Stroller is completely legal.
Oh, of course.
Now if it was Caroline, Tommy would
suing somebody.
Negotiate a first place finish.
Negotiating a plea deal, huh?
I'm gonna do this like stale cracker. Get out of here, dude.
Nice. That was a nice throw. What you got going on for Mother's Day tomorrow, Tommy?
Nothing fancy, man. We
no?
The wife did the Mother's Day thing with her moms today, and yeah, we might go eat some Mexican food. That's what she likes.
Early bath time tomorrow.
You're not going to visit Dolly.
Dolly didn't make plans, man.
Dolly didn't need to make plans. You just go.
We asked. She said, "Stay up here."
Of course, she didn't want to see you.
She's got Blake there.
I'm gonna go visit. I'm gonna go visit her and Rory tomorrow.
I'm sure they'd be thrilled.
I feel like I had something that I wanted to ask Tommy, but I don't remember what it was. I'm looking through all my little headlines and all my little things here.
Tommy, you weren't on the prep, but get ready for a TV movie.
Oh, yes.
Mom draft.
Yes, we will be doing that, and
Top
that is going to be
5.
some good stuff for sure. God damn it! I had something for Tommy, and I don't remember what it was.
I could try to take my headphones off. It'll probably be worse though.
What did we say earlier in the show? He's got problems with his hat, got problems with his banner, got problems with his headphones.
No, the group chat. The group chat is awesome.
What did he have an issue with?
It's only
one of his banners.
Crooked hat.
Oh, crooked hat.
Oh. Yeah, code word. I think they shipped me a brand new
one.
one. So now I have a crooked hammer hat and a regular hammer hat. And an upside down hammer hat.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, dude. Some of the stuff, the Better Call Bado hat that you posted on social media today, that looks legit. That's pretty smooth.
I'll bring you one for the next sidebar. Is Coach Kylie gonna get upset with that?
I mean, probably, but I mean, that doesn't mean that you have to avoid doing it.
I'm assuming. Well, I wasn't actually which one you want, but I know it's BCB Black.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. They're both nice, but yeah, BCB Black for sure.
I mean, where's the mod button?
Your new adjective is lopsided hammer.
Tommy's got so many nicknames today. Lopsided hammer, Nish haircut. People are railing on you today, Tommy.
I'll leave it. I'm just not going to comment on that.
Are the Warriors going to actually win a game without Steph Curry, dude? They're up 4 with 11:28. This could be for all of y'all. Jonathan Kuminga with 20 points tonight. Playoff Jimmy stepping up. I feel like this would be a freaking punch in the dick tonight if Minnesota lost this game without Steph Curry in the lineup. Like, the Wolves got to win this one.
There's no way that you could lose this game and still think you have a chance in the series. This is a huge 11-28 for the Timberwolves.
There was a 2006 EA Sports college basketball game that I used to have. I think it's 2005, 2006. If the game was fixed, if you go up in the first half, you were losing. I remember me and my roommate who lives in Seattle, who will remain nameless.
Who was on the cover?
Was he asleep or was he woke?
He's definitely woke.
I know the answer to that.
I don't remember. I think it was Greg Oden, maybe.
Okay, I remember that game. Yep.
But it was so fixed that if you took an early first half lead, the second half, your shooting percentage was 10. So anybody who took the lead in the first half, it was you just knew that you were going to get beat in the second half. And I feel like that's how the NBA playoffs has been. Any team who has that 5 to 15 point lead in the fourth quarter, you're going down. And the Nuggets proved that again last night. I don't know if you saw that overtime game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're going to beat Oklahoma City.
Aaron Gordon is on another level right now, which I did not know he had.
Jokic was not good last night, and they won. Jokic was 0 of 10 from 3, 8 turnovers.
If the Nuggets could beat you when Jokic has that bad of a game.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm not trying to sound really smart, but because I just looked it up, because I did, obviously, if you watch the Little Games episode, I don't know who coaches are. So Cleveland Cavs coach Kenny Atkinson, I thought it was pretty cool last night. Like, everybody has to know that there's crazy comebacks going on, right? He kept everybody in until like 3 minutes left.
You got it.
And you still had Donovan Mitchell going hard to the rim. And like the announcers were kind of downplaying it a little bit. Like, hey, look, you need to get these guys out or whatever. But there's too much crazy crap happening that you got to keep these guys in.
Now, along that same line, I also liked the fact that Carlisle saw that and put in James Jones to try to destroy Donovan Mitchell late in the game.
Yeah, you got to respect that as well.
Yeah, it was that one was on the verge of getting out of control at the end. I do think the Cavs are going to end up coming back. I do think Boston's going to end up coming back. The one that is concerning me is, like Nick was talking about, I think the Nuggets are going to beat Oklahoma City. I really do.
Been saying it for weeks.
They're not ready. Foul.
Of our first episode of this, I said, what team could beat the Nuggets in 7 games? A 7-game series. I think the Nuggets are the best team in the league.
So,
but you picked against them Wednesday.
No, I didn't.
No, he picked the Nuggets.
I picked them to win. They lost by like 70.
Do you think my Clippers would be beating Oklahoma City too?
No.
We took the Nuggets to 7.
I think Oklahoma City's probably the best regular season team this year, but I think the Nuggets are the best team in the league.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Would the Nuggets be in this spot right now if they didn't fire their coach?
I don't know. Jokic is coach of the year right now.
They make the decision to fire Mike Malone with like a week left in the season, and everybody's like, what are y'all doing?
Coach Jokic is awesome.
Yeah. Is the NBA now the sport where you don't need a coach and you just need somebody to get the guys to get along?
I'm not trying to fire up anybody in the chat to come at my takes, but maybe basketball doesn't need any coaches either.
Oh, it's hard to argue, man.
Wow.
Yeah, 90% of them don't coach anyway.
Damien went on that rant the other show. I enjoyed re-listening to that. That was some good stuff.
Man, I can't believe I don't know what happened. I edited everything out. Like, I'm getting pretty slick on the censor button. And I went back and listened to it. I'm like, hey, you didn't save it correctly, you idiot.
Well, it allowed me to get publicly for a couple of hours me saying, hey, Chop, go fuck yourself. And I'll say it again. So that was okay. I mean, that was fine.
I mean, I don't have anything against it. It's free speech. We have an attorney on staff.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. I'm pretty confident that I could get us a new sponsor, too, by the way. I'm going to tell you guys about that whenever I was thinking about this on their way home from CCA tonight.
Look, we got some love at the cook-off. Like, just random folks coming up to me. I obviously have my merch on. And I asked one guy, I said, look, if the food's good, let us know. I said, if not, just ghost us. And he's like, man, I'm going to call in on the podcast. Or I'm going to chime in. He said, I listen to that all the time. It's hilarious. Some lady came find me. Not some lady. Like, I knew who it was. She's like, y'all come on. I grab my phone. I go sit away from everybody just so I can sit there and laugh at everybody else. Y'all are so funny. I'm like, I appreciate it. That's kind of why we're there.
I got
therapeutic.
I got probably the best compliment that I could get from a family member who said, man, you and your friends, that's a bunch of churs. So, well, that's what we're going for. So that's what we're going for. Can't deny that one.
That's a hell of a compliment.
Yeah, like that's exactly the target that or the message that we were trying to get across. My friends and I are a bunch of churs.
We're not everybody's cup of tea, but if you keep listening.
Well, that's the thing. He said, like, hit me, yeah, y'all entertaining, just a bunch of churs. I was like, yeah, you're right, bro. I appreciate that. Tommy, are the Boston Celtics going to come back against New York?
I hope not.
We all hope not, but I think they will.
I think they put the hammer down today. Like, hey, we're not going anywhere.
I'm just, last week that was my Martin's heating and AC hot take was that the top two teams in the East wouldn't go. So I'm hoping that stays true.
Does it make you guys feel as old as it makes me feel when I'm watching freaking Gary Payton's son playing, when I'm watching Scottie Pippen's son playing? Like, that makes me uncomfortable. Like, I'm still of the belief that I'm 15 years old and Scottie Pippen himself is on one of these teams, much less freaking Scottie Pippen Jr., Gary Payton Jr., Tim Hardaway Jr. Like, that makes me feel icky. I don't like feeling old like that, boys.
I'm coaching the Scottie Pippen and Cutoff Youth Center over here, his daughter, right now. So that makes me feel really old as well. Just give you some props, Nick.
Wait,
He's not even paying attention. You're the Scottie Pippen of the Cutoff Youth Center.
I'm the Scottie Pippen of the Cutoff Youth Center.
Who's Jordan?
I don't know. I just knew he wasn't the best.
I don't feel as old as Gilbert Arenas. I think it's Andre Iguodala's playing college this year.
Yeah. Hey, Tommy, tell me, you already hate Carlos Boozer's kids, right? Like, I already do.
Without a doubt.
Like, without even having seen them play. Like, screw those guys. It doesn't matter. They're going to go to Duke. Screw them. I hate them.
I already hate Kneippel's brother who's in ninth grade.
Yep.
I don't care where he goes.
What happens if he goes to North Carolina?
Awesome dude. Solid kid.
Change the colors, change our team
to game in North Carolina jersey. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I love so much about recruiting. And LSU fans are so good at this, and I'm one of them. He's a 5-star. He's a stud. He's coming. He's going to change the program. The second he puts on that Ole Miss hat, that sumbitch is overrated. We didn't need him. We didn't want him. Want no part of him. I love that. The hypocrisy of recruiting jacks me up. I love that. Speaking of Duke, Mike Dunleavy on the TV.
I don't know why we were recruiting that guy from the start.
We don't need
We don't
him.
need that. We got a
Is
second.
that Underwood guy? That guy's
Terrible.
trash.
Who was the guy that flipped to USC? The cornerback, Jackson.
Adoree Jackson.
Somebody. I don't remember. It was something Jackson. I was all hyped up about him, and he flipped to USC, and he was terrible.
Speaking of recruiting stuff and segueing into Mother's Day, man, I remember when Landon Collins commits to Alabama, and his mom's like, "To hell you are."
They should have gave his mom a scholarship to LSU right then and there.
That was weird as hell, man. Like, I wonder. There are some people who think that was staged and that was just something a ploy to get some attention. Because look, here's the thing:
It worked.
Landon Collins went to Alabama and never really was all that good. But everybody always knew who he was. It was like, oh, hey, that's the dude whose mom's a psycho. And he made it all the way to the freaking NFL.
What about that kid that didn't really get recruited by anybody? Had a whole little setup in his gym saying that he's going to go to like Fresno State or whatever. And
No,
Fresno
it
State's
was,
like,
no, it was a big school. I think it was like,
I think it was Oregon.
It was Oregon?
I'm thinking Oregon State.
Well, you guys bringing that up reminds me of what about that school, Bishop, whatever, that made up a school
Bishop
to face
Sycamore, I think it
that
was.
team on national television. How does that happen? Like, that would be like South Lafourche just facing like 50 dudes.
That's some AAU shit.
Yes.
You watched the documentary on that?
Dude, it's crazy.
That dude's such a heel. The coach is such a heel. Just sold them kids a dream, and hey, look, we ain't really got anything. Y'all gonna just starve on the floor in the locker room.
That's like the Joseph Brady stuff that we were talking about, like you pretending to be something that you're not. And I just don't know how it gets all the way to the point that you're landing a nationally televised game. Like, does no one check like any of this stuff? I don't understand how that got as far as it did.
There's no oversight in any of this stuff. That's the beauty of it. Nobody. Hey, look, they got a name, they got a team. They look athletic. Let's go play them.
Like tomorrow, if BJ Young announces, hey, we're opening up the season with Pine Straw High School, I'm going to at least like Google them, see that they're real. It's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me.
We could probably do a whole story on that topic.
100%.
Hey, so going back to recruiting, something else that, oh, Lord.
Big dump.
Something else that sticks out. Who was the quarterback? Gunnar
Keel. He didn't have the chest to play at LSU.
Chest. That's back in the day when faxes were coming through and everybody would hang out at the casino in Baton Rouge and wait for the fax to come through.
But do you know what that, like, Les Miles, Les Miles was fucking terrible, but he was right. Gunnar Keel never did nothing for anyone. So I guess like Les was actually right about that one.
We didn't have anybody on the roster at the time.
Yeah, no.
We needed somebody to just take snaps.
Dude, people don't realize, even just like my nephew Lennon, who's like 18 or whatever he is, they don't realize the dark era of LSU quarterbacks that we had, of Anthony Jennings and Brandon Harris, Jarrett Lee,
Danny
Etling, Andrew Hatch,
Jordan Jefferson.
Like, we have become so spoiled. Like, Nuss 10 years ago would have been a god, and now people don't even want him. Like, dude, he is so much better than anything that we had during the end of the Les Miles era, even the middle of the Les Miles era. It's crazy how spoiled we've gotten in such a short amount of time.
So that's a 90% reason why I'm a Saints hater.
Yeah?
Because the people that are just caught on in 08, 09 or whatever didn't have to suffer through the crap that I suffered through. So they didn't feel my pain. Now they are. So I'm
pre-Bobby, post-Bobby.
Hear from it. If you want to check that TikTok.
Listen, we were invited to co-host with somebody. They don't want any of that smoke.
Oh, me and Tommy got one of them, and that guy was he was a little flustered.
So
yeah,
I found the guy's name was Kevin Hart. 2008.
What was he talking to y'all about again?
I was going back to the recruitment kid.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought Joe was talking about. Didn't y'all have a co-host on TikTok, and the dude was talking about spirits and stuff?
We were bringing him to the Grand Isle Beach.
Oh my goodness!
Somebody was trying. His brother was trying to end the world, and we had to stop him. And Yeah, you don't.
Well, the world's still here, so I guess you guys succeeded in stopping them.
Did Jay Trahan save the world once again that night?
Remember when we saved Bayou Lafourche that one night, Nick?
Yeah.
You know what you didn't save? Us beating LCO in 1999.
Or your Echo.
Nobody can save that.
I need to, Tommy, I have a week and a half before the next sidebar. I need to rig every other microphone in the radio studio but mine to echo.
Please don't.
I need to get Buddy Miller to figure out how to make that work. I figure if I get like 3-4 drinks in him, he could make it echo. I don't know exactly what I got to do, but
Tell Tommy to bring his mic.
I'm telling you exactly. It's the call-in. If I was added pre-record with the echo cancellation, it'd be fine because that's what we did that night.
okay.
I need to study up on my mom draft.
Yes.
Are y'all ready to get on that?
Let's do some Mother's Day stuff. We have all had long days, and we all got some Mama's Day plans. Tomorrow we're doing Mother's Day television draft. This is TV and movies both.
Yep.
How are we going to decide who gets the first pick? Because like if I don't have the first pick, I'm going to be bitching and complaining.
Let's do a generator.
All right.
Nick, you got your little notepad?
Yes. Am I taking rosters?
Hell yeah.
All right. Tommy, pick a number.
Draft?
Pick a number. 1 to 4.
3.
Tommy got 3.
2.
Casey got 2. What you want, Nick?
4.
All right, so I got 1. Number generator. First pick goes to 1.
Oh, of course. Of course.
You saw it.
Of course.
Get rid of 1. 4 is next.
Who
Nick,
had that?
me.
Nick. All right, so Nick get the second pick. This is going to be you get 2 in a row if you pick fourth, or are we doing 1 through 4 every round?
We could go snake.
Snake.
All right. yeah.
3's next. So what's the order?
I don't remember what number I had. Tommy, you had 2 or 3?
I had 3.
All right, well, Tommy's up, and I go last. How many are we picking? 5? We doing like a basketball starting 5?
That's a lot of moms.
We could go 3.
3? All right, sounds good. 3 on 3.
Let's go 4 so we can snake back.
Okay.
Bet.
Man, they got some good ones.
Yeah, they do.
TV and movies?
TV and movies. Ranked 6th on this list. But number 1. Oh man, there's 2 that I like. Just because she has to deal with a fat, aggravating husband, and I feel for her. The number 1 pick in the group chat podcast, mom draft for 2025 is gonna be Lois Griffin.
Hey,
Good pick.
That is a
Good
good pick.
pick.
I wasn't even thinking cartoons. That's a good pick.
What?
She's gonna deal with a fat, aggravated husband and weird kids.
Tommy doesn't like that. I think that's a great pick.
Am I up, or are we going to prognosticate about Lois Griffin? Or
When we needed to,
I didn't get it. I got some approval, and
how's it? What the chat feels about this pick?
Mel Kiper fucking hates this pick.
Jacob
For
Piper.
50
Jacob Piper
years.
is talking about somebody that I almost went with. So Gyro,
For 50 years, the group chat has not been able to rate cartoon moms. Damn. With the number 2 pick in the group chats, TV moms and sitcom moms draft, Nick selects Thelma Harper,
Hey.
Mama's Family.
Hey, that
That's
was
a
good.
good
That
one.
was going to be one that I was considering. Thelma Harper, yes, indeed.
Tom, the look on Tommy's face right now is like, I'm getting schooled. My team's gonna be terrible.
I must have missed the criteria.
We're
for
some
that.
draft sharks.
Some TV and movie moms.
You haven't been in a biddy draft with us.
I got my next one already.
I got my top 8 over
Am I
here.
up? Am I up
It's your turn, Boudreaux.
with the third pick? In the draft. I'm going to take Gloria Pritchett.
Who's that?
I don't even know who that is.
Reach.
Sofia
Yeah, Tommy's
Vergara from Modern Family.
Oh, okay.
Reach.
All right. Okay. Look, that. Okay, you're right. That's not a bad one.
I thought this was the criteria.
Mel
Hey, so-
Kiper had her in the 4th round.
I think I'm gonna edit this part and just post this by itself,
Yeah.
and then we'll post another actual hour of us talking sports.
So
on the clock, the
Back to back.
Casey,
the Fighting Hardens. So I got 2 in a row.
Yep.
All right. So because I'm going to get political here because she's big MAGA. We're going Roseanne Connor.
Yeah, good pick.
My
good
grandpa
pick.
would hate you. My grandfather despises.
Come on.
From that Padres national anthem. when
She
grabbed
jacked
the
up the
crotch.
national anthem, and he has not let that down since. And anytime Roseanne gets brought up, he is bringing that up like clockwork.
Anybody who's so anti-woke that she gets thrown off of her own show
I agree. It's a good pick.
is somebody that I want.
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
let you debate that with him. I'm out.
Let's see. The next one. There's a few that I'm going to be choosing from.
Casey's got like a Netflix.
I do have.
list.
I sure do. 100%. We're going Carol Brady, baby. Brady Bunch.
Can't go wrong with that. That's a solid multi-tool player.
Yeah. I feel like I got the ultimate baby face and the ultimate heel. So we're covered.
She's not going to be a league MVP. She's not going to be
It's going to be solid.
a bench player. She's going to
gonna
be
be
solid.
solid
in the rotation for
She's
you.
got
real-
7
it's a
kids. She's
real-
not a stick in the mud.
Real lunch pail type mom.
Yeah. I agree.
Good locker room mom.
So with my second pick of the mom draft, give me Peg Bundy.
Oh, ow.
She was teetering on that first pick. I got to be honest.
It's a solid pick.
There's still some solid moms out there.
Yeah, they are. And I've already gone
I'll
on
go back to
record.
back.
I've already gone on record. Peggy Bundy's hotter than Kelly Bundy.
That's crazy talk, but that's still a good pick.
She could
Nick, you
double
up.
as the Mom and Sons of Anarchy as well.
Yeah.
Devin says a big Galoo mom.
For my next pick, the second round pick, I'm going with from Rookie of the Year, Mary Rowan Gardner.
Hey, I would have never thought that. That's a good pick.
It's a good pick, and I'm glad you went there because I get my 2 picks that I wanted.
Just floated.
First is going to be from that 70s show, Kitty Foreman.
Yep.
Steel.
My scout,
Yes.
aka wife, sent me that one just a little while ago.
And so this is going to be 1, 2, 3.
Nick has a fucking war room here. He's got people feeding him picks.
Don't post it on Instagram.
Right.
So we starting the this is the
Fourth
third
round?
round.
This is
Third,
the fourth
third,
round.
third round.
Third round. Yeah,
Third
you
round.
got another one.
All right. So the third round is going to start with from the acclaimed sitcom Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We're gonna
Hey.
Ain't Viv,
Which ain't Viv?
the skinny one, the younger one, the one that dances.
Okay.
The original or the
I think that's the
replacement?
replacement.
So is the original one still on the board? I'm not interested in
Yes.
picking her. I'm just wondering.
Ain't Viv 2
No,
is
no.
taken.
No, you picking
So you get
One
them
show.
both?
one show.
All right. Fair
I don't
enough.
want both. We're gonna put them together. 1 point guard.
All right. Fair enough.
Kick it to Kitty Foreman in the 3, in for a 3, corner 3. Give her a drink. Let's go. Lois Griffin's getting the boards, blocking out Peter. It's awesome.
I was kind of stressing that I almost picked her in the second round because I thought she was going to go early, but then I realized y'all probably not old enough to remember this one. But for the third pick for my team from Good Times, Florida Evans.
Hey, that's a
Florida
good-
Evans looking.
Who said that?
Florida Evans looking motherfucker.
Yeah, who said that?
Can't go wrong with Florida Evans.
I know who Florida Evans
She kept
is. But
Who said
JJ in
that?
line. She kept Michael in line. She kept the
Friday.
daughter in line.
yes, yeah.
They call it Big Worm.
Guys, we just have historic breaking news. Draymond Green has just fouled out of a game.
Wow.
That is something that has absolutely never happened in NBA history and will never happen again. Draymond Green, I repeat, has just fouled out of the game.
Wow.
McDaniels was about to
Wow.
put his ass on a poster too. What do you think? That's an actual foul? I think it's a foul.
I think so.
He immediately was calling for the look at him. But he's not an
Talking straight
he's
to the
not
camera.
he's not an angry guy though. Look,
He found the hard cam and is talking straight to the camera.
cutting a promo
2
to the
points.
That's a high water mark for Draymond these days. Where are we in the draft?
You up? Round? No, Tommy's up. Round
Tommy's
three.
up.
Round three, third pick. She woke me up in Louisiana. All the way from San Francisco. Becky Donaldson. Kasopoulos. Ain't Becky from Full House. Ain't Becky from Full House.
Did she go to jail?
Yes, she is. I think she's currently in jail.
Nah,
Yeah, she sure did.
Nah.
Not like the legit ain't Becky.
Yeah.
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 So I got two?
The tuition acceptance.
Or
scheme of
Alex
daughters.
and Nikki are on their own.
Nikki and Alex. Oh, yeah. They're not two of my favorite characters on that show. They got put over way too hard.
Casey got his
Two in a row.
third and fourth pick coming up.
Jill Taylor.
Solid.
Casey's got a bunch of real good lunch pail.
Yeah, dude. Like I'm trying to
Moms.
build a tough ass roster.
I got
man.
one more that's in my top 5 that nobody's going with yet.
Like they'll literally
I
pack
could
your
end my
lunch-
draft
literally
with that
pack your
if it's
lunch
on.
though. That's the good part.
And
The
now
good snacks.
I'm about to draft a hooker.
Snack pack.
Cartman's mom with the last pick.
Yeah. What's her name?
I don't know the name. What's Cartman's mom? That was high school.
Somebody in the chat.
What's Cartman's mom's name? Leanne Cartman, baby.
And Cartman. Back to Tommy.
This is good.
Last pick.
This is a Chat GPT like idea, by the way.
Yes.
It's just solid.
Okay. I had to double check my information on this. But last pick, give me Carrie Heffernan. King of Queens.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's solid.
She becomes a mom.
She a mom?
Yeah, I don't
She
even know
becomes
who
a
that is.
mom
I've
in the
never seen
very
it.
she becomes a mom in the very last season.
Okay.
I almost picked Naomi Harper with my last pick because she becomes a mom in the last episode.
Tommy,
Big fan.
there's some maybe some undrafted free agents that you can get, but I got one for you after this. I'm not picking her though. So with my fourth pick
Nick's going
in
with
the
my
TV
person.
mom draft,
Nick's going with my person.
give me the questionable decision-making mom, Lorraine McFly.
Hey.
That's your Draymond Green.
Oh, Lorraine McFly trying to take the
Lorraine.
Calvin Kleins off of young Marty McFly.
Lorraine Bain McFly. She got beat up and all kind of stuff, man. She's battle tested.
Yep.
And she's worth fighting Biff over too.
Biff was a badass.
All the Biffs.
Casino Biff.
Yeah, Casino Biff.
Who's up?
Your last pick.
One more pick. This is
Miss
the end of the draft.
Irrelevant. Mrs. Irrelevant right here.
Yeah.
Let me
You want to see my Netflix list? We still have Family Matters. We still got Cosby Show, Bob's Burgers.
I got three. I made a top 7 list and I got my top 4, so I'm happy.
I just asked Chat GPT to
that's
give me an
legit.
NBA draft style announcement for my pick.
Oh boy.
5th round?
Round 4.
Fourth round.
16th overall.
16th overall. I'm not going to tell you the name, but you're going to get it out of this. A seasoned veteran of no-nonsense parenting. She brings elite mom defense, unmatched patience in high-pressure situations at a Hall of Fame level side eye. Level side eye? I don't know what that means.
Side eye.
Side eye, like
Side-eye.
kind of
Oh,
looking at
side-
you
level
like.
side eye,
yeah.
sorry. Known for locking down her household, shutting down foolishness, and delivering clutch wisdom in the fourth quarter of family dramas. She is a franchise-changing presence in any living room roster. 3-time I Told You So All-Star, defensive mom of the year for 9 straight seasons,
Dude,
and the
this
only
mom's a
mom
stud.
How did she
who
slip
can
the
ground
down?
you and teach you a life lesson in the same breath.
This mom is a stud.
Welcome to the squad, Harriet Winslow.
Hey, Winslow.
She was on my list. She was my number 5. How did she slip to the 4th round?
She was about to be an undrafted free agent.
We need to go 5
That's pretty
rounds.
awesome.
5 rounds. So I'm very upset.
wanna
I'm
go
very
another one?
upset.
Yeah, we could do
I mean,
another one.
we have no rules.
Damien would be up if we're doing another
Damien's
one.
up. I hope you
I'm
didn't
gonna-
look at my 6.
Okay, so we have to record an intro to this.
Okay, sure. Let's go Wolves, baby. Up 4 with 2 some left.
I feel like I have a very diverse squad.
Dude, I have a cartoon hooker on my team.
It's not the first time.
I got a mom that tried to hook up with her son. Boaz.
Anytime you say his name, I just think, hey, here's this pepperoni. Oh, okay.
All right. So we're gonna round out because I did not have her on my draft board, but then being weeks, I got all my picks that I wanted. I'm very happy right now. So we're gonna round out with a solid ending. We're gonna go Maggie Seaver, growing pains.
Okay.
Anybody that could deal with Jason Seaver? It's the only skinny husband I think I have. No, Red's kind of
So I'm glad. Okay, who you had? Maggie Seaver?
Maggie Seaver.
Solid.
Got a solid lineup. You wrote this down?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
So for
I'm gonna
my
go picture finding and put
my
it in
5th
draft.
and final pick, I almost ruined it and gave it to Tommy. She was number 6 on my depth chart
The
here.
fact that you have a draft board.
My draft is from Saved by the Bell, Melanie Morris.
Hey, I thought about that.
I looked her up. She didn't have enough playing time for me. I don't have enough.
She's a
film on her.
project.
I almost went with Lisa Turtle's mom because she was kind of an ass whenever they wrecked that car.
Yeah,
Small
she
school,
was.
didn't get too much TV time, kind of under the radar.
Trey Lance. But might be Tony Romo. You never know.
Hope not.
So you fish hooked me, Nick.
Where you going with her?
You were going somewhere else. Because the reason I wanted to go 5 rounds. This one would have been my first round pick. Because according to Wikipedia, she is a mother. Kelly Morris, formerly known as Kelly Kapowski.
Hey, you Saved by the Bell nuts.
That's like
She was
the
a mom on
Morris
that show.
twins going back to back.
Yeah.
Apparently on the new show that we do not speak of because of genetics.
Wait.
They had a child.
Come again? We don't speak of the new show. Why?
I don't know. You blurred me out because apparently it's not friendly for podcast terms.
What?
Well, we have a bleep now.
What? I'm lost. What did we do?
Because the main character of the Saved by the Bell's a tranny. I couldn't say tranny.
All right. I didn't say you couldn't say it. I just said, is that appropriate? But apparently it is. I didn't realize that was like the main character of the show.
Apparently. Like I said, I didn't watch it. So I had to Google. And it says she's a mom.
So Tommy now is joining us, and his nickname on the show says Tranny.
Best nickname I had all night. Besides the jorts.
Am I up?
Mr. Irrelevant, part 2.
See, I want to pick the woman from The Blind Side, but she's such a Karen. And now apparently she really, like in real life, screwed Michael Orr over. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go old school. I'm an old TV guy. I'm going Lucy Ricardo, baby. I love Lucy.
It's a solid one. Oh. So honorable mentions here.
Edith Bunker.
How about Forrest Gump's mom?
Yeah.
So
I almost picked it.
Just going genuine moms.
I almost picked
mom.
Estelle Costanza. Seinfeld.
I almost took.
How did we not take Estelle?
She was number 7 on my list.
Claire Huxtable.
Yeah.
She dealt with a lot.
I almost took the mom from Home Alone. She rode with John Candy on that bus to go get her kid back. Now she also left her kid twice.
She also left her freaking kid.
I mean, yeah, but hey, shit happens, man. Wolves are about to win this game, boys. They're up 7 with 1:12. Moving screen called on Golden State. Love to see it.
How about Smokey's mom from Friday? She was awesome.
Yeah. No love for Marge Simpson. Y'all are Simpsons fans.
Got Sarah Connor on the list.
Adams.
Morticia Adams. I was about to say on that list.
June Cleaver.
Cleaver was on my list. I'm an old TV guy, man.
Oh, Stifler's mom. How do we not
Stifler's mom has got it going on.
Lucille LaRusso from Karate Kid. That's
Tammy
another
Taylor?
one that's on the honorable
Tammy
mention
Taylor?
list.
Oh, Friday Night
Yeah,
Lights.
we might have.
Friday Night Lights.
Devin says we totally slept on Suzanne Summers.
Yeah, we probably did.
I thought about her over Seaver. She had a mixed family as well.
Sophia from the Golden Girls. Smoke Show.
One of them was a mom.
The old lady.
Sure.
The old lady, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
Most of them were moms.
the
What's her name? B. Arthur. What's her name?
No.
B. Arthur. No.
No.
she was a mom too. On the younger of the ones that's the daughter to the old lady. She's a mom on the show too.
That's B. Arthur. That's B. Arthur.
Yeah, yeah,
Marge Simpson.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe
We're
also
missing.
kind of slept on the cartoon versions.
All right, so a little recap. Damien has Lois. Is it Lois? Lois Griffin.
Lois.
Kitty from
Kitty Foreman.
from that 70 show, is it?
Yep.
70 show.
Ain't Viv 1 and 2.
Great pick.
They could do the Bumblebee. What's the wrestling?
Ladybugs.
No, what's the wrestling tag team that would just switch out, put the mask on?
Oh,
The Beverly Brothers.
No, the bees, the
Killer Bees.
Killer Bees,
Killer
They didn't have
Bees.
masks, did
and
they?
Maggie Seaver.
Killer Bees didn't have
Nick's team rounding out the top 5. We got Thelma Harper, Mary Rowan Gardner.
Whoa. You're going through Damien's list like, oh yeah, we have this one. Then your list. Oh, we got Thelma Harper.
Sundays. Florida Evans, Lorraine McFly, and Melody Morris. Tommy got
Questionable team.
Gloria Pritchard, Peg Bundy.
Oh, here, listen to this.
Ain't Becky, solid pick for her. Carrie Heifer or something. And Kelly Morris.
Kelly Morris.
Casey.
Hold on. Get a correct thing because I'm gonna have to go picture hunting tonight. What was the one before last pick? Kelly what?
Carrie
Carrie-
Heffernan. Carrie
Tom-
Heffernan.
From what?
King of Queens. King of Queens.
King of Queens.
Okay, just put King of Queens.
Stacy Carosi. Stacy Carosi.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I got you. I
Oh,
just don't know
okay.
the name.
Yeah, Carosi. I wasn't aware that she became a mom at the end of the show. That's cool.
Me either. I had to Google it. I had to Google it.
Somebody slept with Kevin James.
Oh,
And Casey's team, Roseanne Barr,
Hell
Carol
yeah.
Brady,
hell yeah.
Jill Taylor.
What was that, Tool Man?
A terrible
Leanne
reenactment
Cartman.
of Tim Taylor.
And Lucy Ricardo.
Casey, you definitely have a type.
Dude, I watch old stuff, man.
Types Roseanne. Types Roseanne. Jesus.
Dude, I go from Roseanne to Cartoon Hooker to I Love Luke. Like, yeah, man, we all over the
Yes.
place, bro. We all over the place.
Thank you, sir. Wonder if I could chat GPT.
Oh, I'm sure you could. I'm sure you. God damn, Anthony Edwards, 10 of 16 this half. Legend killer, baby.
Violation. The NBA does not call free throw violations.
No, you saw that? He was shooting a
In
layup.
ba- like the guys that's lining up on the side, they could be a foot into the key and it doesn't matter.
No, it'd be nice, Golden State, if y'all had Steph Curry.
Dang.
If somebody makes a three. I'm pretty sure I got Minnesota -5 in this game, by the way, boys. So expect the Warriors to make a three from full court to lose by 4.
You're looking good right now at by 8. Looking good right now at by 8.
Votto has my cable. Say we're up 8.
Or
How much time they got left in the game on your TV, Tommy?
15-2. 15-2.
Oh, look.
God dang.
Okay. Well, let me know if I win my bet because you're about 20 seconds ahead of us.
And you thought I was behind. You thought I was behind.
Is your television echoing?
That was the first echo he's in.
You son of a.
We are looking pretty good. 15-2 to go. Wolves up 6.
7.
Golden State's not going to win another game in this series, right?
I don't think so. I think
Unless Curry comes back.
Yeah.
the Wolves got this.
He's not going to be back game 4 unless if they rush him back.
So Wolves Nuggets next round.
Wolves,
I like it.
No, dude, that
This
Edwards against Jokic would be some good
like it.
stuff. What's this?
Yeah, but who the hell's guarding Jokic?
hell's guarding
Jokic?
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I thought that was
It's
us. I
probably
thought,
gonna-
I thought there was a problem with
No,
us.
I'll
it's
go
probably
back.
going to
I'll
give
go
me a
back.
kickback. Yeah. All right. Anyway, you want to do an outro intro?
Yeah. So we got to do an intro for the
Chop's in. Chop, you got a F-bomb sent your way.
again.
Yeah. I'll edit that later.
You know what I thought was funny, and I don't know if there's a way that we could do this. The way that I said it, it was almost like how Cody did it to The Rock. Like, hey, Chop, go. Like if there'd be a way to edit me onto Cody's body some kind
Tommy
of way.
could do that.
I can do
Tommy's
that.
been dunking
do
on Sengun and whoever else.
I shot a J.
Yeah, dude. I saw you've been getting some buckets on
face.
social media.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's what I do.
All right, so we got to give an intro to the TV show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we could, I mean, if we done, whatever.
It's the Group Chat Podcast. Casey Gisclair here, and we are joined by the full crew: Nick Abair, Damian St. Pierre. We got Tommy Botto. What we're going to be doing in celebration of Mother's Day, we're going to be having a Mother's Day draft, where we're going to be drafting all of our favorite television and movie mothers. Before we got rolling here, we went ahead and assigned the draft order. Damian's going to go first. Nick is going to go second. Tommy's going to go third, and I'm going to go fourth. Then in the second round, like a fantasy football draft, we're going to wrap it back around. It's going to be the opposite order. Myself, Tommy, Nick, then Damian. We're all each going to pick 5 television mothers. And happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful moms out there. Hope that you guys get some entertainment out of, us being silly.
Solid. Freaking professional.
That's what they pay me the big bucks for, brother. To be Michael Cole.
One take, Casey.
You gotta somebody. I think it was Gyro. He said, "Man, listen to Casey. He's got that Michael Cole in him." I was like,
That's a big compliment. Yeah. That's a big compliment. All ready to wrap up, boys?
let's go. We got some editing to do.
Yeah.
Outro. You want to do an outro for this?
That's what we're about to do.
All right.
We straight pros, bro.
What we got to do here for this?
We doing an outro for the show or the draft?
You called it the show.
Maybe we could do both.
The show.
First for the draft.
Yeah.
And that concludes our picks. Hope everybody enjoyed. But hey, look what we're going to do. We're going to post the teams on social media. Get in the comments. Let us know who y'all think won. Who has got the superior roster of television moms? I think I win. But, Nick over here might skew the vote with the way he was announcing the teams. Go ahead and drop us in the comments who y'all think got the win. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Hope you all have tremendous days from your friends at the Group Chat Podcast.
One take, Casey.
No?
One take, Casey.
Chop, you're about ready to get told bad things again, dude. Rumor is Harden's mom went get milk and never came back.
Like Harden in game 6.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I want to thank everybody except one person for watching tonight. Hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. Again, before we wrap up, congratulations to CCA. Congratulations to E.D. White. Congratulations to our locals who medaled, and some even brought home the gold at the state track meet. We'll tell you more about that next week when we do our normal recording. But for these knuckleheads to my right and my left, Damian and Nick, and Tommy J. Botto at home, this is Casey signing off. Thanks for listening and watching, or however the hell you find us. It's the Group Chat. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful rest of the week.
C'est bon.
Can you stop the
Later,
live?
Tommy.
Stop the live. And do the echo. And then go back live and see if it works for 2 seconds.
We won't better tell.
Like if you just started again for once, I would probably be able to hear myself echo.
Dude, I really hope that I had 5 and not 5.
I want to go edit
because
I want to get this out tonight. Let's do some troubleshooting tomorrow night or Monday or whatever.
All right, that works.
All right, later.
Made a couple little pennies.